welcome to another episode of Commentating Friends Game.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so right off the bat, nothing wrong on the right hand side. Everything's fairly standard. Although the Soraka pick just means there's no PO for or protection for Ash, but
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it overall.
definitely more of a passive lane, all things considered.
Yeah, and then we look on
Um,
the left hand side. We see two
um,
things.
okay, first thing I notice is, well, I mean, you don't see it every day, especially nowadays, but Karthus mid, I mean, definitely something of a pick that you'd see in years past, but you see that more in the jungle. But I mean, hey, that's not exactly a wrong pick. And then we look at the bot lane. What is this?
This is Ultra Poke.
They have a Varus and an Ezreal down bot lane, and they both have teleport, and one of them has the Dark Harvest rune,
Yep.
which is super scary.
So early game, there's gonna be a lot more poke coming from the two red than just bars plus something else, and late game there will be more damage.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, definitely a poke heavy, not really into 5v5 team fights type of deal, but I mean, if push comes to shove, the left hand side can definitely do it with ease.
So this is something that I actually want to point out a lot is that for one, we don't see a Karthus as much anymore anywhere actually. The last thing we saw was in the jungle, and that died fairly quickly just because of other things.
Yeah, it did.
But this pick on the right hand side, the Soraka, it's actually a very good pick against any Karthus.
Yeah, I mean, with a Karthus, his global ulti is to just go straight for every single opponent with damage, regardless of where they are. And then same thing with Soraka, except instead of damage, it's healing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a great counter pick. Although, granted, you are putting yourself very, very vulnerable to what your bot lane counterpart is.
Yeah, Soraka pick against Karthus for the global heal versus global damage is very important and very nice counter. The only bad
Mm-hmm.
part is you're you have a higher chance of needing to heal than other people need to damage.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
there will be weird offsets with Soraka's ult versus Karthus ult. But if you time it correctly, or like if nothing happens to allow you to time it correctly, it's actually a very nice pick against a Karthus.
Definitely. And then we have our standard top lanes, Mundo and Yorick. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Nunu and Warwick in the jungle. Definitely very common. Well, with that out of the way, let's get ourselves into Summoner's Rift.
Yep.
All right. Well, with all the champions loading in, I mean, I haven't seen a cart this mid in like literally maybe years now. So how does that fare against a Lux in this day and age?
So Karthus will always be at disadvantage against almost a lot of mid lane champs just because of the early weakness. The biggest
Right.
problem with Karthus is the need to aim.
Mm-hmm.
His early damage comes from Q, and you want to aim your Q so that it hits only one target, and that gets
Yeah.
extremely difficult early game. Couple pokes, and you suddenly feel the danger, and you'll be out. So
Mm-hmm.
Karthus early on can just farm, and that's why so many champs beat him.
Right. And given that the Karthus went for exhaust instead of any other summoner spell, he's thinking a little bit ahead of the game here. Because with exhaust, you are either one expecting your opponent to go in, or you are expecting to die.
Yep.
So definitely a lot of future proofing there with
It'll
that.
it'll likely be the latter just because it's gonna be hard for for the right hand side to go in on him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still have a Warwick that can go in at level 6, which is an easy kill.
Yep.
For a Warwick on a Karthus at any given point in the game.
Speaking of Warwick, the jungle matchup is actually more advantage towards the Nunu. And this Warwick will need to gank a lot more if he wants to make things happen.
Speaking of ganking, right off the bat, oh, gets a snowball off the wall.
Luckily it was under tower. Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
nothing would have happened there, but that's still a huge chunk of health just gone, just like that for a level 2. I mean, Ezreal and Varus bot lane. Ezreal opting for being the support of this game, getting a nice few procs off, extra gold when you land hits on an enemy.
Notice that Ezreal went for the AP support.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign that Ezreal is going AP.
Right. That's not. Well, that's definitely not a wrong thing. There's a large AP scaling from an Ezreal on the W and the E, I believe. Or maybe it's just a W. It's been a little while.
All three has decent AP skills.
Dang. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what you would build as an AP Ezreal support, but definitely some like big on-hit items for maybe like a Ludens or even a what's it called? What's that item that does extra damage every once in a while? It's a Sheen item. Night Harvester? Like that. Oh, there's a huge game from the Nunu. Summoner's going off flash heal. Oh, can we get that first blood from the flash on the Varus auto? Great gank by the Nunu. Speaking of ganks, the counter gank up top lane does a flash by the Mundo, and he somehow gets out. Oh, speaking of landing all their skills, Karthus and Lux trading blows right there.
Oh, while we were talking about the item, I was actually looking at the meme and I noticed that Nunu basically skipped his blue side. Nunu finished red, went to gank Lux, and then went back for birds, and then he went down for the stone, and then he went to gank, and now he's there ganking again. He basically skipped his entire red or blue side. This is where Warwick didn't realize that. None of the red side realized that. Warwick could have easily gone into the blue side and be farms ahead.
Right, I mean, well, with no vision, how could you? But while we're speaking about that, there's a ton of ganking.
So the way that Warwick would know is if anyone look at Nunu and realize that there's no blue on it. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, while we were talking all about that, there's like 2 ganks happening at the same time with Warwick ganking the Karthus mid, and then a Nunu going for Yorick. Lots of stuff happening.
Yeah, Nunu was very aggressive with ganking, because just up until now, he's probably done like 4 games already.
Yeah, we're only about 5 minutes into the game, so we are looking for a really spicy game so far.
Yeah. And now he finally reached the blue side.
Boom. There's the demolished proc off of the Yorick up top lane. Maybe we can get the extra plate. Did we get the execute? That is actually a pretty good play, all things considered. Question mark, but yeah, with the wave pushed in, less EXP for the Mundo, as well as some extra plate gold for the Yorick, who is also 2 waves ahead.
Yeah, well, definitely. And Yorick bought Executioner's Calling for, which will greatly help purchasing the Mundo early on.
Definitely, since Mundo is completely healing based, his entire kit revolves around it. Ooh. Let's see here. Red side pushing in for the bot lane. Farm is pretty much even. There's a gank from the Nunu. Oh, nice bind. Do we get the with the turret? Cheeky play from the Lux there. That was a really nice bind. Great flash as well, just to get out of the wall. But there's the Karthus ulti. Do we have enough? No, we do not. There's no shield proc.
He reacted really quickly. He suddenly realized that there's a wave of minions which he needs to clear out just to hit all the things, and he did just that.
Crafty plays there. Well done to the Karthus. That was unfortunate for the Lux. No shield proc. Guess it was still on cooldown. Ooh. Ghouls on the prowl for the Mundo. Maiden's taking away all the health there, but Mundo coming with the counterattack. Ult goes off. Oh, gets the flash off on the Yorick, and still no dice, just barely.
The last hit, the last auto reset with probably managed to
Oh
land the hit just as
wow,
Yorick flash.
that's unfortunate. I
Yeah.
mean, the health that he was getting back, even though the ghouls, oh, the ghouls and the maiden were attacking him for the percent health damage, but not enough.
Oh, this may be too late for the Lux.
Lux tried to go with the luminous laser, but no dice. That was a good attempt though.
Yeah.
Oh, as we look back to the bot lane, lots of poking, as you would expect from an Ezreal and a Varus. One's level 6 yet down bot lane, and once that turns around, there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening.
Yep.
Oh, and
Warwick
now
goes
it seems
on.
like our Warwick got a little
Yep.
caught out here. There's the exhaust from the Karthus, the flash over, gets the flower to jump across, and he is safe. But now that puts blue side with the dragon priority.
I'm waiting for the timer to finish speed, but the very first item for Nunu tells us that
Oh, that isn't that. You're right. That's a Hex Tech item. We're going for a Night Harvester.
oh,
First item, it would seem. That was a
that
big
was a
chunk.
support Israel.
That was a big chunk of damage right there on the Soraka.
Yeah.
Full combo.
And now Soraka needs to be oh, predicted.
You hate to see it with the flash Q from the Varus. There's the Chains of Corruption going down onto the Ashe. Not much you can really do there. Ezreal trying to go in to get some damage in. Nada.
Nice prediction from the bars.
Very nice prediction there.
Yeah.
Well, now we got a 2-0 Varus, which is not something you want to see as your opponent. Oh, another plate being propped off there.
I guess this is the advantage of Ezreal support as well. Bigger chunks
Yeah.
on the turret.
Definitely, yeah. With the empowered W, which gives you a higher auto damage.
Yep. And now suddenly, falling holds a hit, both in kills and farm. And Ashe was actually cutting close or even with Varus for farm for the most part. And then all of a sudden,
Right.
you're 30 CS down.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shenanigans happening with the constant Nunu gang, which have been stellar so far.
Yeah. AP Nunu, snowball's gonna hurt.
Yeah, so, but will that come to bite him in the butt later? Because an AP Nunu is great early and mid game, but once you go to the late game, if you don't land your skills, you are basically useless.
Yep. As soon as you go in, you don't have the sustain, you don't have the tankiness.
You don't have
you
a
can rely on your ult, which gives you
exactly.
shield.
You don't have the hard engage that you would as a regular tank Nunu. But you give off the damage, but you lose a big part of the first engage and your front line, which now only your Dr. Mundo would be your front line.
Yep, and I think this Mundo needs to do work just to hold the front line.
Yeah.
Nope.
Interesting first pick for the Varus to go off, and wow, big gate, slow from the Karthus. There's the Lux ulti going down. There's York in the back going for the Shelly. There's the absolute zero going down on the Nunu. Big chunk from the York. Maiden still doing a whole bunch of work. Karthus is still alive. There is too much damage, but do we get a Rift Herald exchange somewhere?
The Rift Herald's on Mundo.
Oh, the Maiden and the lock for the gate. The Maiden's not doing enough percent health damage. Oh, and now she's out of range. Oh, he walked into it. Oh, you gotta feel for that. Mundo, you're right. Mundo, oh, missed Chain of Corruption there. There's no counterplay on that one. Enchanted Crystal Arrow did not go off.
So you traded a flash for ult. For Soraka versus Varus.
I would not exactly call that worth, but that was to save your own life, so I guess.
Definitely want to avoid any more kills on the.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you have a 2-0 Varus, and he went for Yumu's first, which gives you an extra speed bonus, movement speed bonus when you activate it. Oh, Ezreal trying to be a little cheeky, going in for the kill. True Shot Barrage just misses the Soraka.
Ash tried to trade back, but Ash is now getting fight back from the pokes.
Oh, and here comes the Warwick. There's a huge crit from the Varus. Nunu coming back for a counter gank. Oof. Right place, right time. See. Also, that blue side has the river indeed warded for any potential ganks coming from the red side. So far, 12 minutes into the game, still 7-2. Blue side with a 4,000 gold advantage, which is quite large this point in the game.
This Lux is not able to press down the Karthus. If this Karthus continues on, he's going to be a big threat afterward.
For sure. I mean, there's a huge 40 farm or 30 farm difference, I should say.
Yeah.
You don't really, well, you don't expect to see with a Karthus Lux, but so far Karthus is just doing his own thing.
Yeah. And instead of 3 assists, he actually got 3 kills with that.
Yeah, which gives, well, three members of the red side with a huge bounty. Ghouls going on to the Mundo. Seems like they're starting to hurt a little bit more. There's the laser from the Lux. There's a jungle fight in the dragon pit. Oh, we get a smite steal from the Warwick. Good smite. True shot barrage going off. Nice flash from the Lux. Getting out. Chains of corruption going down onto the Ash. It's a 1v1. He's just attacking minions. Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes to counter for the stun, and Ash gets out with a flash.
The tip of the Varus ult just landed.
That
Ash would have been safe.
Yep, that was definitely maximum range there.
Oh,
nice combo from the Ezreal.
Mundo finally popped his ult.
Oh, Mundo gets shut down. That's what happens when you are a little too cocky. Never underestimate a Yorick.
Too much damage. Miscalculated.
Yeah, miscalculated.
That Sheen that was purchased from Yorick pretty much did the work.
Exactly. And now, well, when we're definitely past the level 9 mark, Yorick has his max Qs leveled out, so he's gonna do tons of damage before the Sheen proc even happens. Not to mention that his ghouls and his maiden scale with his level and his health. He does more health damage as the longer fight goes on. So Mundo is now technically behind. Oh, speaking of being behind, no one expects the Ezreal to be behind you in your own jungle. Nice there by the Lux. There's the burst, just the ignite. One more auto will not do it. Yes, it will. Nice shutdown. We get the Karthus ulti. Ooh. Oh.
Nunu was a bit late on the game.
A little bit late there. True shot barrage going off. Misses again trying to land on the Soraka.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
So this is a bit of an interesting thing. This Mundo's passive gets proc every time Yorick tries to wall him. Actually very interesting.
Apparently, spell. That's weird though, because he's not exactly being hit by the cage like you would have.
He is actually, and that's actually what's proccing is that the cage has a small. The cage will squeeze you in if you're close enough within the proximity, and that's what's kicking it off. It does tiny character displacement. It offsets the window just so slightly, but because of Mundo's passive, it looks like nothing happens.
Huh, that is a little weird.
Yeah. So it's the way that they coded the wall.
Nice laser from the Lux, sniping the Varus.
Yep.
Big shutdown there. Well, whatever bounties that the blue side had is now gone. Oh, there's the window passive, letting him get away. There's the Nunu snowball. Flash out from the Warwick, TP from the Yorick.
The score actually looks really weird right now for Ash. It's because Ash technically has taken stuff, but she's sitting at 000.
It's just, well, unfortunately, it's just you hit things at the wrong time. I think within 10 seconds of you hitting something, you would get an assist,
Yeah.
but it's just small poking here and there.
So at this point,
But
like Ash has to realize, like whatever she has right now is actually just raw value. It's purely off minions, nothing else. Everyone else,
yeah,
the combination
well,
could be different.
that all might change right now. Here comes a engage with Enchanted Crystal Arrow. There's a Warwick flying across the screen. Unfortunately, nothing really landed.
And this Mundo felt the need to flash to grab his veil.
Two-shot barrage, there's a Soraka ulti. There's a Chains of Corruption. Nunu missing the Ashe, actually landing on the Yorick instead. There's a counter gank, there's an absolute zero. Ooh, that actually does quite a bit of damage.
Ashe changed target at the last moment. Ashe suddenly decided to hit
counter engage. There.
Yeah.
That is. Wow, that was quite the fight there.
Yep.
3 for 1. Oh, do we get a 4 for 1 now? Little cheeky, a little bit late. There's the TP, there's the nice proc. Oh, and an execute! That was actually a really good play!
Yeah, it was very weird that the Ezreal didn't do the forward.
And he didn't damage him at all, which is super weird.
He shot
But
a
hey,
heal towards the minion just to grab the CS, but that was it.
yeah, I mean, I guess he didn't see it coming. I mean, it's hard to see that coming anyway. Seems like a whole bunch of assist flags are being put down for the next dragon. This is now Earth, the Mountain Drake. It's now going to be prevalent for the rest of the game now. Oh, and here comes the Prismatic Fire. Gets the Nunu because he's only AP. But blue team does get away with the dragon. But at what cost? Nunu's already down. There's a ghost, but the snare does land. There's no way out for the Nunu. And Ashe with his first kill.
Yep. There's no stopping Lux attempting to steal, but the red side didn't realize that the dragon was almost basically one hit away.
Yeah, that's alright. Still, it's not... No need to be really concerned yet. It's only the second dragon for either team.
Yeah. And despite all the fiascos going on, they're only like 800 gold apart.
Yeah, definitely now, up until this point, red side was behind about 3,000 to 4,000 gold, but now it's a barely 1k difference,
Yeah,
if that.
Pretty much even.
Now, well, we have to point out that the gold is actually in some very powerful hands in the Yorick and the Lux. Oh, even going for a Last Whisper second item for the Yorick. So extra armor penetration. Although no one's really building armor on the other team, so that means it would hurt even more. Well,
Really
minus the
aiming
Mundo.
for true damage at this point.
Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, kills 8, 12 for the in favor of the red side.
And it looks like Soraka might be caught up.
Oh, big catch out. There's the wish to go down as desperation kicks in.
And I have to wonder why Soraka was the one that's bringing the up there.
Yeah, instead of any of the other carries in the game, but I'm not sure exactly what was happening there. Oh, speaking of what's happening there, Nunu.
Slight invite. You can never steal off of that unless the new.
It's the drive-by. Two-shot barrage to clear the wave and keep the Yorick out from getting the inner turret.
And this Nunu still after the Yorick.
Oh, and did we get a gank? No, but nice. A little too late for that, but Ashe pushing the mid lane, pushing in the minions to the mid tower. Nunu trying to grasp at straws, really, for the Yorick there. Seems like we got a little bit of calm before the storm.
Yep.
No big objectives coming up just yet. Dragon's still 2 minutes away. Baron is live, but it seems like no one's going for it. Nunu, Tokyo drifting out of the blue side jungle. It's a little bit of a weird time, and it seems like both teams don't know exactly what they want to do.
They want to cash out somebody. That's why
they definitely do. They want the Baron play, but this is not the right way to do it. Honestly, I mean, the Yorick has the right of it, giving a 4-1 with the split push. It seems like blue side is now realizing that and sending the troops to go down. There comes the Nunu.
Very awkward that the Nunu is the one that's chosen to handle Yorick. Because Nunu cannot fight Yorick.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're going AP.
Yep.
But I guess they just wanted the speed to really keep the Yorick off, is probably my best guess.
And with this purchase of Night Harvester, Nunu is basically looking to be a train.
Yeah, just literally in
with a big snowball and just hope it gets enough damage to scare off anyone that they hits.
Which is not a terrible tactic. It's just not the tactic that I would choose, honestly. But I mean, 5 assists. He's definitely there when the team needs him. He will die for it, but he does do a boatload of damage with the absolute 0 upon death.
Yep.
Well, with that out of the way now, it seems like Dragon is up in about 15 seconds. Wards have been placed inside the pit. Trying to get a good push. Oh, it seems like Mundo is creeping in from the side. Tries to get a cleaver off. Not much happening there. Oh, and now Dragon is live. There's no real prio being made from either side. Now they have prio without an Ezreal there. Oh, unfortunate. It gets huge burst from the Lux though. There's a huge. Oh, Nunu coming in from behind. There's a silence going off in the Soraka though. Karthus ult goes off. Mundo ult now goes off. There now. Blue team's on the run.
Nunu has such a big hit with his people, but wasn't able to get the
They just don't live long enough. I just don't understand why they thought that was a good idea. Oh, and now blue team again on the run. Dragon is pretty much in the favor of the red team now. Oh.
Very separated fight. Nunu
very separated fight.
Karthus was already dead.
It was a good idea for the Nunu to go in. The problem was there was just literally no follow-up. It was just him.
If Nunu had more items, because he almost one-shotted whoever he crashed into.
Yeah, definitely.
So if he can repeat that and continue doing that to the
right now,
target, it may work.
Oh, it's a 4v1. Yorick is just stuck. There's no way out of there. There's a big shutdown. 700 gold bounty straight to the Varus.
And now someone did a Baron call. And Karthus missed. Scuttle jukes.
Juke Lord. Oh, it seems like they are now wary. The red team is for the Baron call. Oh, it seems like they're not going to do much about it. Hawkshot goes off just to get true vision. Will they be able to do anything about it? Seems like Warwick might be thinking about it. Enchanted Crystal Arrow attempting to steal. No dice. Baron Nashor to the blue team.
That was actually a very strange reaction on the red team. They suspected it, but Warwick wasn't getting close to it. And then when the Hawkshot went off, it was already too late.
I mean, there was a very small window of the Warwick trying to jump in with his ulti. I guess it was just by choice. He didn't think it was worth the shot.
Yeah,
for something like this. It's definitely a risk. There's a 3v1 now. There's a film flash from the Mundo. Oh, you'll hate to see it. There's the ulti going off from the Warwick. There's still a lot of healing coming down. He's still getting out somehow. Ult goes off for the Mundo. Cage goes down, and a kill to the Yorick.
That was so much.
That was a lot of resources used. it seems like even with all that healing reduction, that Mundo is still healing like no one's business. Oh, interesting choice from the Varus going for Prowler's Claw. Typically, you would see Dustblade being built for the extra lethality and the extra stealth passive when killing someone.
Who's gonna dash through, but
Yeah,
what? The way to combo that is you arm somebody while they're rooting, you dash through, and then you turn around and you kill them. That will do huge damage.
Right, but that's very specific.
Yes.
And Varus isn't exactly one of those AD carries or just champions in general that you expect to be in your face.
Nope, because he's playing like a bow type too.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of weird builds. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's whatever he's doing is definitely working because he's about 100 CS above the Ashe and 4 kills ahead. So, who am I to complain? Oh, Ezreal getting a little caught out there. Do we get a follow-up from the Yorick? There's a big chase. He's actually a little bit faster. There's a flash going off from the Ezreal just to get out safely. Oh, this is good for the red team if they can land it. Chains of Corruption going down on the Warwick. Oh my god, that's huge damage from the Varus. Holy cow, the red team does have to be a little bit careful from that. Karthus with the exhaust actually doing tons of damage onto the Yorick. Karthus and Soraka ulti go off at the same time. Gets the kill. Oh my god, there's so much happening. There's a split fight. There's a flash from the Soraka just to get out. 2 for 2. Mundo still being full health. This is actually bad for the red team now. They have to get out. There's a little bit of a delay on the proc with the flower there. Shield goes off from the Ashe item. There's the fear. There's the silence from the Soraka. There is no way out. There's an ult from the Warwick, I should say. Sorry. Oh, big shutdowns from both sides of the rift. Holy cow, that was a really extended fight.
That fight should come out better for the red team, but at the same time, both sides died roughly equal. So
no, it was definitely a 3 for 3.
The red team get out is just getting blue side off the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, well, blue side minions are still pushing in, but they did wear off the Baron buff.
Yeah.
So I guess well played from the red team. It was just quite the sporadic fight there. I mean, they were literally at 3 points of the map fighting. There's an absolute 0, not doing as much damage as you would expect.
You need a full charge.
There's the fear. There's the chains of the corruption going off. Did we get... Oh my god, the Ezreal does damage. True Shot Barrage, but the Q from the Varus takes it instead. Enchanted Crystal Arrow to stop something. I think that hit the Mundo. Spell immune in full effect. Now we go towards the soul point. There was not enough vision. It went down at the exact time the Warwick went in. That was just unfortunate timing.
That was probably not the best choice.
Nope. Well, hindsight being 2020, that was definitely
because
not.
you're against the Nunu as well, so at that point, if you're gonna drop things like Baron, you must do it for all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, that did half the Ashe's health with just one Varus Q. Here comes another, cocking it up. Oh, that hit the twofer. Oh, but Soraka does a lot of healing. There's a snowball being... Oh no. Oh, the wish goes off. Just to save Soraka's own life. Oh! Oh! The ghouls going for the Mundo, slowing him down and doing tons of damage with the Lux ulti to follow up. That was a nice play there. Nunu tried to send... Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Mundo's model being huge, most of that didn't look like it landed, but...
No, but it did.
It did! I mean, kills 15 to 20, but blue side with a now 4,000 gold lead, which definitely doesn't mean much now, 30 minutes into the game. But still, all things considered, a lot more farm being taken from the blue side, from the blue side in comparison to the red side.
Yeah. this is the problem where at this time you probably want to just tab before you like look at what's the situation. You look at
Yeah, weird.
you look at the red side and you see like the top is too low to hit, which is great. Jungle's even, mid behind one level, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bot lane, you have a support win, but ADC too low behind. So technically,
Yeah.
the top win is even.
Yeah, that definitely evens it out.
Yeah.
But now it's
And then if
question
you
of
look at
what to do
the
next.
blue team, the biggest hit is that Karthus has reached level 16, level 3 ult.
Which is huge.
And yeah, that ult will probably be up almost every minute.
Yeah, definitely low cooldowns. Karthus is fully expected to die, guaranteed now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, given what has happened so far, I'm surprised that he hasn't built a Void Staff yet. Because that would definitely do... That would scale his ult even more.
Four stuff should be coming up. I think that's what that blasting one is for.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Ezreal going for an interesting build. I mean, the Ludens is definitely natural. I'm surprised that he hasn't have a second item yet. Oh! Oh, that's a tanky Yorick there, taking a few shots there from the Ezreal. But no damage whatsoever.
Nunu's build is actually very interesting at this point. Because he went
Nunu's
for
also
full
built...
damage item first, and then the
Yeah.
next two items is defensive AP items.
Yeah, and then this Nunu is also being rather weird. He's trying to get catch the entire red team off, just going from the flank, but he's not landing it right. He keeps on hitting the wall. Oh, there's a nice catch out and a huge shutdown onto the Varus. That's a big mistake from the blue side. I mean, now with your main poke damage completely out, Baron seems like a great idea, especially with the Nunu now being known as bot lane just to clear the wave. There's a Baron call being called from the red team. Now, do they start it?
And this is very awkward that the Nunu knew that they were close to it.
Oh, there's the maiden being put down. Channel Crystal Arrow misses the Karthus. Oh, they're being poked down. War goes in. There's a wish coming from the Soraka.
And
There comes the Nunu. Here
here.
comes the speed. Here comes the speed. There like gets what? Well, he crashes one. Here comes the Karthus. Ulti absolute zero does not actually land. Double kill onto the Karthus. Holy cow! There's so much damage happening onto the Mundo now. Mundo's down. Front line is gone. Flash in. Oh, Karthus actually strategically flashing in just to do extra damage. Varus is now up. There. Oh, there is enough damage. No, there is not. But the maiden will actually burn. No.
This Nunu's absolute zero is really awkward. He would cast it, and basically after 0.5 seconds or so, he would basically move just to proc it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's such a waste just because you're building all that AP, and it's not like they were taking you out.
he was the initiator of that fight,
Yeah.
essentially, and I don't. Again, if you're gonna initiate like that, what's the point of going AP? Because you the moment you go in, you're not gonna live like a second longer.
Yeah. He's not able to one shot, or either that or he's not landing the snowball on the correct.
Yeah,
person to
and
one
he
shot.
didn't land it that correctly that time.
Yeah.
He's not going for the one person that he needs, which is technically the Soraka in this case. Oh, and that is
This is the
Mountain Soul
Yeah.
going to the blue side.
So this is very lucky for the Nunu. Because suddenly this Nunu gained a bit of tanking.
Yeah, and that's a regenerative shield when you're out of combat.
Yeah. So like in a regular game, don't expect this to happen. He just got
No,
lucky.
definitely not. Oh man, this game is turning out to be a little bit longer than I expect, but hey, here we are. 37, oh, almost 37 minutes into the game. And it still seems like it's rather even.
Yep.
Like, they're just trying to find the right person to pick off to go for the Baron call. I mean, they did pick off the Varus, and death timers are quite long now.
It's hard to pick
But there's just-
into that time where one mistake will pretty much cost you. So now
Yeah,
both
this
teams
is-
are now starting to be cautious. Although the blue team made some calls that are towards the Baron.
Yeah. This is now becoming a little bit of a war of attrition because now builds are slowly starting to finish.
With a regular
just-
tank Nunu, like the blue side has absolute advantage over the Barons.
Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that it's not that
Yeah.
is literally the reason why. Oh, there's a nice. Nice spear, nice CC onto the Karthus. They completely caught him out there. There's a Karthus ulti going down. There's a big... He doesn't do enough damage.
He definitely chunked it for that kill to happen.
Yeah, but that was also a Karthus ulti and a Varus Q being procced off at the same time.
Yep.
So, that was a good 2-for-1 there, but the smite is down for the red side. There's a Nunu going in. There's catching out the Yorick, but who's catching who now? Who no, stuck me you.
And another short absolute zero.
There's no point.
He basically no.
Oh, nice cage. Redemption being called down. Oh, it's just Varus alone. Chains of corruption, but that doesn't mean anything when there's an Ashe standing on the other side.
Yeah, that was
Blue team
awkward,
completely aced.
That was a very awkward decision by the blue team going 1v1.
Yeah.
Like that.
They just conga line straight into the enemy jungle with no vision. Beautiful plays from the red side. Beautiful. And now, with the Bud Light ace, comes the Red Bull Baron power play. Still way down on that sponsor. Oh, True Shot Barrage almost getting the Soraka. Huge shields being put off. Oh, Ezreal going... Oh, accidentally hitting a ghoul instead of anybody else, but delayed a little bit of the Baron recalls. But nothing else.
So after all that, the gold is dead even.
Dead even. And now red side for the first time can begin the power play to push some objectives. Oh, again, it's a little bit of a calm period as teams reset and no big objective and for another 2.5 minutes where the Elder Drake comes into the game. Don't expect anything big to happen just yet. I'm pretty sure they just want the York to split push, try to DPS this Mundo down, which is doing really well. There's the Mundo ulti. Ghouls are jumping now. Here comes the cats. There's a speed coming from the Mundo with the Ghost proc. Now blue side on the back foot of things. They can't really do anything. This is where the big poke and the wave clear come in rather handy.
Yep.
Oh, there's the speed. See, he doesn't do a lot of damage with that snowball anymore. The Warwick is just really tanky. There's a flash coming out. There's the absolute zero.
The one
Oh,
time he
man.
farms the absolute zero. Unfortunately.
Oh, man. He goes on the one person that can actually jump out of it. Ah, you hate to see it. And that's just a free push from the red side down mid lane with 3 people mid. Here comes the Nunu with the speed, though, with the snowball, not actually landing anything. There's a huge 1v1 happening with the Mundo and the Yorick. Huge cage being brought down. Will the ghouls be enough? There's a... Oh, just enough time for the Mundo to proc his ult. Oh, but Yorick has no mana! Yorick has no mana! Oh, but the Maiden actually taking it for Yorick. What a hero. Oh, wow. Ashe actually killed the Karthus there. Good job there. Oh, True Shot Barrage standing still, but there's so much DPS! The attack speed comes through! It becomes true! Now there's still 1v1, the 1v1 that started all of this for the rest of the map. There's the shutdown. Finally, if only Yorick had a little bit more mana. But the Warwick is pushing bot, gets the inhibitor turret. That's the second one during this entire push. There's a 1v1 happening now. It's an AP Nunu versus a tank Warwick. Who will win? Absolute zero procs. There comes the Warwick ulti. Zanya's being procced off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, like a lamb to the slaughter. Will he actually get it? No, there's just too much speed from the snowballs to slow down the Warwick.
Yeah, shame that War's E was used. One more Frio would have gone in.
Yeah. Oh man, 41 minutes into this game now. We are definitely reaching the back end of League of Legends. You don't really see most games go this long.
And now Elder spawned.
The Elder Dragon. Whichever team gets this gets a burning true damage, and if the enemy team gets below 10% HP while that burn proc is active, they are instantly executed.
Yep. Which is, execution works very well for a Pokemon like this.
Yeah, definitely for the blue team who's all burst. There's a TP coming from the Yorick into the pit just to scare off that Nunu engage. There's the proc being...
That Nunu snowball actually did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, that actually chunked the Soraka quite a bit,
Yeah.
but just a lot of health regen coming from this. Here comes the Nunu. Splitting up the red team, but... Oh, I don't know if doing the Elder's the right thing to do currently. This is a bad decision from the blue side. He just ran the Mundo down. I don't understand why he was just standing there. But regardless, all the ults being put out. Enchanted Crystal Arrow, stunning, but not doing much. There's the Redemption being procced off. Red team in full pursuit of the Elder Drake with full health bars. Where is the Nunu? Here comes the Nunu! We get a stolen Elder Drake! But there's too much damage. There's a burn from the Karthus ulti. There is Ash on pursuit. Soraka does so much healing. Has the blue team ever thought about getting healing reduction? I mean, the Ezreal has, but he's nowhere to be seen. Oh my goodness, that was a huge steal from the blue side, all things considered. But they could trade Elder for base at this point.
Take note that Nunu did not bite that one. It was a pure smite.
Yeah, pure smite steal there.
Yeah.
That's huge. Oh, there's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Oh, but the 80 Banshees. Oh, Chains of Corruption being put down. The Ash is now stunned. And there's the Elder. With the first proc of the game. Oh, there's another! Oh, True Shot Barrage! There's a flash for the Soraka, but it's just not far enough! That's the second proc of the game. Red side is on the retreat. There's a big snowball! Do we get the proc off again? Yes, we do! That's the third one! Blue team, unfortunately, on the retreat, though minions are pushing in. A Baron call is being put.
The Ash arrows went up way too quickly.
And now they pay for the decisions that they made. A Baron call has been made for the blue side. Easy take there.
Now you have both Elder and Elder almost timing out, but still
Still, yeah, that is quite the uphill battle now. Mountain Drake. Elder buff. Baron buff. That's a lot to go up against.
The blue team basically had everything that would guarantee you a win.
Except a tank Nunu.
They have one front line, and if that one front line is down, it's up to their poke.
Yep. Which they have in spades, but the problem is
because the red team has actually stepped a lot further than needed and got poked down.
Right, and they're not. Yeah, these guys aren't exactly like weak. Their carries are quite strong from both sides, where any combo of just skills, not even ultimates, can just easily kill one person, and that one person is pivotal. Everyone is important at this point, where death timers are reaching minute long, which is basically eternity in this game.
Actually, the Karthus decided to sell the Dark Seal. Have the Karthus continue with the Dark Seal right now, the ult might hurt more than the Soraka can heal.
Right, but at the same time, if you look at his score, he's died 7 times, so I don't know if it's entirely worth it. There's an ult being put off by the Lux. There's a Chains of Crystal Arrow, which kills! Chains of Corruption. There's a lot of damage coming from that Karthus, though. Lots of healing from the Warwick and the Soraka. There's a huge shutdown going in. Holy cow, that's a 3 for 0. Nice plays there.
Yeah, suddenly the blue team got a bit greedy.
They get a little cocky now.
They wanted to out-damage the Soraka heal. So that's why Ezreal winning with the WEQ, but it did not kill.
Oh, speaking of damage, there you go. Finally, 47 minutes into the game, Nunu finally takes my advice and goes for the Soraka. But my biggest gripe is, yeah, they did try to go for the Soraka, out-damage the Soraka during that fight, but there's no healing reduction other than the Ezreal, and that's not enough. There's an absolute zero being procced, Zanya's being put down. Nice escape there. The Mundo gets completely plowed down with the GA
And
being
this is
procced.
where the decision comes here. Ashe should have gone for the turret.
Why aren't we going for the turret? Just push the wave.
Yes. And now Karthus is
Okay,
up.
Karthus is up. There's this. Oh, there's the pain. There's a lot of wave clear. There's a lot of percent health damage. Now he's going for the turret, but now they're splitting turrets. True Shot Barrage goes down, killing the Lux. And the Varus Q kills the Warwick. Now, death timers being over 1 minute. Oh, there's the flash from the Ezreal, and the Ezreal does a lot of damage. Flash WQ, holy cow.
They could have gone one turret.
Yeah, they could have gotten
But instead they
potentially
opted more
both.
pressure. So now with bot lane and mid lane, Super Minions pushing in.
And the Elder buff coming in 45 seconds. I mean, they'll be up in time, but they lose priority on the Elder Drake again.
Can Smite steal?
Yes, can we see Lightning Strike twice? That was a nice Smite steal from the Nunu, which is probably the only good thing that he's done this game in reality. Because he's done a lot of snowballs. Not a lot of them have really done anything. The biggest thing now is they need to get vision control of this. Ezreal's on the run now. Easy E out. Here comes the Nunu with the speed. I don't know what you're doing there. Absolute hello?
Yeah, I mean the Soraka healed, but yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I don't know what was going through the brain of that Nunu, but okay. There's a huge ulti from the Karthus, which actually takes out the front line of the red team. Now Mundo being a menace, there's no way you're getting out of that, Ashe. I'm sorry. Karthus dying actually saved the blue team there during that fight.
The position at which Karthus died was in such a good spot because it blocked off that entrance.
I think he even flashed forward
Yeah,
to do
he
that, which is that's just a good understanding of your champion.
Yeah, this Karthus actually plays Karthus very well. A lot of Karthus players would opt for not going in and just trying to keep people out of focus, but in reality, this is actually what you want. You want to use that passive. 7 seconds of free casting is a lot. You can make up for any poke that you can potentially miss if you're far away with you going in time in 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's like you are playing for the team, which is not something you see a lot, especially from a Karthus. Oh, alright, and with the second Elder Drake taken by the blue team, surely this has to be it. I mean, last time red team played really well to counter all that damage from the Elder, initially anyway.
We are 15 minutes in, and this is finally the point where everyone is level 18.
Yeah.
And nearly everyone is at full build.
At this point, it doesn't matter. Goal difference doesn't matter. This is a war of attrition.
This
It's
is
now
a true test of player teamfight skills at this point.
This is just now this is skill. It all comes down to who has the better vision control, who has the better control of their own champion.
Yeah. How accurate are your clicks? How accurate do you see what's happening in the team fight? Who you touch with, who you touch with?
This is gonna be peak League of Legends. I can already feel it. But it's just a matter of when and who. Oh, it
Right
seems
now,
like
all eyes are on Nunu because we know that Nunu likes to engage.
yeah. Oh, it seems like red team knows that. They're waiting for it. Do they see it? Does Nunu see it? They're waiting for it. Nunu with the Banshees, though, he does have a one get out of jail free card.
Yep. And this Mundo purchased Darkwood. This Mundo's even gonna be tanky.
That's a Mundo who knows, who realizes there's a ward being put down. Oh, the inhibitor being respawning down in the bot lane for the blue side, which is great. Which means that Ezreal can now leave the bot lane and actually join the team for the team fight.
This would have been a good time to engage. They know that Ezreal's far. Even if Ezreal doesn't TP in, that's important. If they can
Elder's still alive though. Elder buff doing a lot. Here comes the Nunu. Oh, crashing into the ghouls. Canceling that engage.
Yeah, so it's very interesting that the red team did not engage on this.
I think it's mostly
small.
because of just the Elder buff still being alive, or still being in effect. But I think the Elder buff is just about to expire now.
Because one of the main damage dealers is not there.
Right.
You wouldn't need to worry as much about the other.
I think they're just worried about the Karthus, and here comes the Baron play. Ezreal is nearby. Blue team on the retreat now. They're just trying to bait it, potentially. Oh, Baron being taken. Do they try? Oh, it's going down rapidly. Lots of damage being put down. Enchanted Crystal Arrow. There's the Baron steal from the Lux! Oh my god! Wish goes down. Oh my goodness. Warwick taking the Nunu. GA being procced from the Ashe. Oh, double kill on the Varus. Oh no. The Karthus ulti. Oh, it's just the Soraka left. No. Oh no. Oh, you hate to see it. There's the regen coming in, but will it be enough? Yes, it will not be enough.
The corner of that fight actually showed that this Karthus single-handedly blocked off like 2 to 3 people by himself.
Like, that's amazing. I couldn't keep up with that fight, honestly. There was so much to unpack there. The Karthus, as you said, completely blocked off everything for Red Team to go in. That was a nice steal from the Baron, but the classic NA tactic. Baron for Nexus.
Execute at the end.
GG.
So let's flip back and let's take a look at the damage dealt.
Oh my goodness.
So I have to stress on that Karthus raw power, and this is achieved without him buying any sort of percent health damage. This is actual raw damage.
Pure damage. I mean, including the Elder Drake, but besides that, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. So, yeah.
Actually, can we see that final fight again? Yeah. I actually just want to unpack that just a little bit.
Yep.
Hold the line, caller. This is just an extra bonus thing along with the commentary. But I would just want to see that final Baron fight. That was a lot to unpack there. It's all right. We can load up to it. Yep. Thank you for the extra speed. Okay. Here we go. Baron. Red team is being clued in that they have taken, or they are doing Baron. They don't know if they're baiting it. They don't know if they're starting it. Not until a hawk shot's being put up and just gives vision. Red team now decides to go in for the counter. Blue team decides to back off, letting the Baron reset, which lets Red team back off a little bit as well. And now they realize they're fully doing Baron. Ward goes down, another hawk shot goes off. There's the beautiful ulti there from the Lux. Two-shot barrage goes down. Karthus being the front line and actually blocking off the main backline damage. Wow! And then the Karthus ulti goes down, kills the Lux, and there's only the Soraka left. That Karthus literally won the game for them
It's
with
it's
that.
it's it's an idea, but at that point when you got the Baron Steel, you should just reset.
I mean, when they fought as this at the same time that the Baron got stolen, so
Yes.
I guess it's a really hard to make a really like literal split-second decision on that. But oh my goodness, that was a good steal and a good attempt. But it's that Karthus with his literal like kiting of the red side. GG. Well played.
So that's